All right, so think about this for a second. We all use Google Maps, right? I mean, it gets us from point A to B, finds us that much needed coffee shop. But what if I told you that little blue dot, yeah, that one, is also pointing the way to a pretty serious income stream? Let's get into how that works.
So, is this app a secret moneymaker? You see the question right there. And honestly, the answer is a huge yes. But hold on, it's probably not in the way you're thinking. Google isn't going to pay you to just drive around. No. The real opportunity here is learning how to leverage the platform. And trust me, it is way bigger than you probably imagine.
And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about here, we're talking about billions. Yeah, billions with a B. That's how many people use Maps every single month. And they're not just looking for directions. They're using it as this massive local search engine. They're actively looking for plumbers, for dentists, for restaurants. Basically, they've got their wallets out, ready to spend money.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. This is the core of the whole opportunity. You've got all these local businesses out there, and their Google Maps profile is basically their digital storefront. The problem? Countless of them are just broken or even invisible. Their profiles are incomplete, sometimes they haven't even been claimed, or the info is just flat out wrong. What does that mean? It means they are bleeding customers every single day. And you guessed it, that is exactly where you come in.
And this comparison just lays it all out plain and simple. Look at the left side. That's what most businesses look like online. Missing hours, hardly any photos, maybe a few reviews from 2 years ago. It's like a digital ghost town. But then you look at the right. That's a professionally optimized profile. It's alive, it looks trustworthy, and this is key, it ranks way higher in search results. See, Google's whole system is built to reward profiles that are complete and up to date. So the value you're offering is super clear. You're the one who takes a business from that mess on the left to that moneymaker on the right. And for them, that means more phone calls and more customers, period.
So this naturally leads us to the first big idea. You become the local expert. It's that simple. You are literally the solution to this huge common problem. You're the one who can help these businesses finally get noticed by all those potential customers searching for them right this second.
And hey, let's talk about the money, because the payoff can be, well, pretty significant. Just look at these numbers. We're not talking about pocket change here. That first bar shows what people are making daily on one-off jobs. But the real game changer, that's the second bar, that's monthly recurring revenue. That's the holy grail, right? That's how you build a real stable business with clients paying you thousands month after month.
And maybe the best part of all of this, the barrier to entry is just so low. Seriously, you don't need some fancy degree, you don't have to buy a bunch of expensive equipment, and you definitely don't need to be a coding genius. All you really need is a good grasp of how Google Maps works and, honestly, a genuine desire to help these local businesses out.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, where do I even start? Well, your first and probably easiest paid service is going to be Google Business Profile Optimization. Think of this as ground zero. It's the super beginner-friendly foundation that everything else is built on.
And here it is, the 4-step blueprint to get you going. It's really simple. First, you got to master the dashboard. Learn what makes a profile rank well. Second, you go find clients right there on Maps. Just look for those incomplete profiles or the ones with that little claim this business link. Easy. Third, and this is smart, you offer them a free audit. You're not selling, you're showing them the value right away. And finally, step 4, you do the work, you optimize their profile, you show them the results, and you get paid. It's a really straightforward, repeatable system.
Now, for the big question, what can you actually charge for this stuff? Well, for a one-time setup and a full optimization, it's totally reasonable to charge anywhere from, say, $250 to $600. And then for the ongoing work, the maintenance, that's when you pitch a monthly package. And boom, there's that stable, recurring income we were just talking about.
All right, so once you've got the basics down and you're feeling confident, it's time to think about scaling up. This is where this thing can really go from a cool side hustle to a full-blown business. It's all about adding more high-value services to what you offer.
And the options for scaling are actually really cool and powerful. For example, you could become a Google Trusted Photographer and start selling awesome virtual tours. Or, check this out, you could try the rank and rent model. That's where you build and optimize profiles in popular niches, like for plumbers or roofers, and then you rent them out for basically passive income every month. When you start bundling these kinds of advanced services together, you can create these high-value retainers that make you totally indispensable to your clients.
Okay, let's bring it all home now and talk about actually launching your business. What's really great about this whole thing is how quickly you can get started. This isn't one of those things where you have to wait months and months to see any results. I mean, you could literally start looking for clients this afternoon. So, what's a realistic timeline? Let's be real. If you put in consistent effort, you can 100% land your first paying client within your first month. Seriously, that first win, that first paycheck, it is so much closer than you think.
And from that first client, the goal is pretty clear, right? The path is totally there to scale this up to a full-time income. We're talking $5,000 to maybe even $12,000 a month, and that's within just 3 to 6 months. It's all about being consistent, building out your systems, and getting a portfolio of happy clients who love the results you get them.
You know, when it comes down to it, it's all about this one powerful idea from the source material for this explainer. The opportunity is wide open. Now it is up to you to claim it. It's so true. These local businesses are out there. They desperately need this help, and the platform is just sitting there waiting for someone like you.
So, if you're feeling ready to take that first step and you want to dive even deeper into all the methods we've touched on today, you should definitely check out the source for this explainer. For more information, just visit their website, Fair's Solution. That's where you'll find the original super comprehensive guide that this whole explainer was based on.